Hello. It's Sunday, the 25th of June, and I've just come down because there are two things I wanted to get done. One was to build a bean frame, and the other is to, I'll show you if I get to it, because it's an idea I have in my head. However, I come to find that this end is down again, which has made me decide that I really do need to do something about this. And to achieve it means changing up these canes for slightly more sturdy ones, because at the moment this one is not working, at least not going this way. And watching it in the wind as I am now, I know it has to be done today. And for it to be a success, I'm going to need to use part of this frame. Well, the hoops in there are going to have to be halved and reduced in order that I get hoops to go on here. And once these hoops are in place, I think then I won't have any more problems, because that end is off and this end is off. Luckily, I tied it down in such a way that even when it comes down, it continues to cover the brassicas, so that I don't have the risk of the butterflies, which I saw the first one today getting in there. So that turns out to be the first thing I'm going to have to do, after which I need to build my bean frame, because it's desperately wanting building. And once it's built, it will push me to sow some seeds tomorrow. And beans grow really fast at this stage in the season, so I'm not worried about the fact that I'm starting them a little bit late. I'm going to do balotti beans. The canes are there ready. And whilst I do all of that, I'm also watering my courgettes. I believe I've been told this is the Romanesco courgette. Some of them are growing a bit funny, but they're growing fine. Looks like I've got my first potential harvest here. I don't know what this one is called, but it's a light green courgette. That's all we know. And then in here, hold on a minute, let me pull off this bindweed, as you always do. My favorite form of distraction is pull out weeds as you go. Look, we've got a massive one here that needs to be harvested. So that has to go home with me today, in order that the ones below have a chance to grow. I think there are none on the other one, and on the middle one, I think I'll leave. There's nothing at the moment. Yeah, there's nothing on the middle one at the moment, but this one here will get harvested on Tuesday. It will be ready then. Okay, I'm not going to start looking at all the plants to see how they're doing. I'm just going to set up. I'm going to be watering as I go and get on and do what is a priority. But first, to get started, I need to go get my saw from the car, because I need to cut those hoops ready for the new job they're going to have. It's annoying, but it is what it is. This is part of what, keeps you busy and keeps you energized, is the fact that you have things to do. There's a purpose to your life. Without purpose, life loses meaning, and it is so true. You start to question why you're here. And at the moment, my purpose is to protect these babies. Right, let's go. I'm not going to be talking as much. Aim is to get things done so that I can get home and relax. Tomorrow is a working day, and I do work full time despite everything I do at the weekend. So I need to make sure I finish with time enough to rest and relax before tomorrow's working day. So it's going to be a lot of time lapse. I'm sure you don't mind. It'd be boring for you to just keep watching a time lapse all the time, but it's boring to listen to me chat all the time. So she says as she bends down to pull weeds. Let's get on. At the rate I'm going, I'm better off definitely with this PVC piping, because it's a killer. Now I've just noticed that there's a part I haven't actually put back in on this other one here. So let me just do that quickly. Got enough space in between the bits, but once they're on, they're on. So that's the good thing about them. Okay, time to get on and build that bean pole. I've never done one before. I have no idea how well I'm going to do with it, but needs must. Okay, hopefully that will work. Now the question is whether or not I have the time to do the last thing I wanted to do, which is an experiment which is going to involve a bit of digging, and I think the best place to put it is in this bed here. So let me see if I can explain it as quickly as possible, but first I need to check the time. Okay, I'm giving myself 1 hour to finish this. Basically what I'm going to do is, let me dig the hole first because that's the hardest bit. Let's get the hard bit out of the way, and then I'll explain the method to my madness. Oh Lord. But yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. Why not? So let me get digging, and then when I finish digging I'll explain. Okay, I'm ready to explain. I've been wanting to do in-bed composting for quite a while, because it means you're feeding the soil around your plants as they're growing, and I've been struggling to work out how to get it done, what to use, where to put it. But now in my head I've got an idea that even though this bed is big, I'm going to work it as if it was divided. So this little square is one bed, in between there's another bed, and then when I've got more energy I put another in-bed composting container like that there, another one on the other side, and another one on the other side when the beans are out, so that what I then do is I'll bring my bokashi and put it in here. Right, the ingredients I need for this are, I brought some of them from home. I've got a bit of tissue and shredded paper, which is my what's it called, it's my bed for the worms. And then what I've just done is I've gone and gotten some manure. I'm hoping there are a few red regulars in here, not sure if they are, but even if they're not, it's a good starter for the whole thing. So it goes in here like that. If there are no worms in there, they'll find their way in there anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Right, hold on, I've just checked the time. It's nearly 6 o'clock, so this little hole took quite a long while to dig. I don't know how people dig graves. It's tough work. That's why I'm going for cremation. Right, morbid though that is. It made me think whilst I was digging this, because it was tough work to get this in here, because I need to bury it all the way down so none of the holes are on view, so we don't get any vermin trying to get in. I've got a cover there which I'm going to fill with soil so that the inside is really nice and dark. So let's start layering everything. So the manure has gone in, and hopefully there's 1 or 2 red regulars in there. I don't know, it's quite hot, so they dig deeper into the manure when it's hot. And now I'm going to get, this was the soil left over. This container had my volunteer tomatoes in it, so this is the leftover soil, and it's got a few wood lice in there which had survived, so they can go in there. Gosh, it's windy today. It's so windy. Okay, let me just get the bokashi. Okay, I've got the bokashi here, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bokashi in, top it with a bit of soil, and then afterwards put the cover on and weigh it down, and that will be it. My in-bed composting 1 will be done. Part 1 will be done. Let me set you up so you can see what I'm doing as I do it. I'm going to leave it like that. Hopefully it's too heavy for the critters to move, but if they manage to move it, actually it would have been better to put the stone straight onto the soil. So I think let me do that now, because I'm sure the critters would just be clever enough to try and shove it. Oh, I'm tired again. Is there a day I'm not tired? It's the story of my life, isn't it? Right, these pumpkins need training to move this way, so wish me luck. Hopefully I won't get all manner of critters trying to come and eat in there, because it's got a very distinct fermentation smell which might attract them, but I've put enough soil on top in the hope that it will do the trick. And I'm going to go wash this one, which the flies are busy thinking it's a happy food and they're trying to lay eggs on it. Right, let me go wash it. I was so eager to get home, I almost forgot to get the Whopper, which is taking up so much of the food on this one here. And I call it a Whopper. It is a Whopper. Right, dinner. It's going to be this with some egg for protein and halloumi for fat. Let's go home. This baby's wilted because of the heat. Oh my gosh, he ate them. He ate all the tomatoes here. I can't believe that. I was all prepped to come and have some tomatoes to go in my meal. I come to find all sun gold's gone, but that's okay. I can see a few which he did not spy, and I know where there are a couple more. So it's great to see that despite everything, no way. Oh yes, they are there. See, despite everything, he is using them, which is a good thing. It gives hope and joy. These guys can come because they're not going to amount to much. Okay, these few can go into my meal. Soon we'll have more tomatoes than what we know to do with, so that's fine. Alright, as I said, I'm not an adventurous cook, so all I'm doing is cooking this courgette in a bit of olive oil, butter, with some garlic. We're slowly going through the garlic I grew, and I'm just going to saute it, and then when it's nearly done, I'll just pour over some egg white for my protein, and then it'll be done. And then I'll do my halloumi and my fats, and I'll be done. And that'll be dinner. Unadventurous, boring, but for me, it's enough. I don't need a lot of complications when I'm cooking dinner. I like something nice and simple and quick from pot to plate.